Good morning and welcome back to another pipeline trading video. This is my third attempt. I have my daughter at home with me today and just doing some things. The wife has to go do some stuff and I am working with my little helper. So hope everybody's off to a great start to the day. Today I'm going to do something. I'm going to put my nuts on the line and do something that most people wouldn't do in this situation. And I'm doing it to show my analysis, to show, how do I say this? I don't want to sound arrogant. Just to show that this is legitimate TNA and how I do things and what I'm doing. This is educational. This isn't for you to copy what I'm doing and see it. It's just to validate what I do for a living and give some sort of notoriety in the sense of conviction when you're doing something like this, to always have a plan if you're wrong, and also having the conviction to put on a trade that might be contrarian to the marketplace. So first thing I'm going to do, I have to talk about Bitcoin because right now the market is freaking out. And everybody said that because this bear flag, and I've read a lot about this and I've seen it online because I'm always looking at what other people are saying so that I can either agree or disagree. And most of the time I'm disagreeing, and so far it's been working out really well. So if you do like TNA like this and you like these videos for educational and breakdowns, please like, subscribe, tell your grandmother, tell your friends, tell your animals. I don't care. Tell anybody that you know that would be interested in this so I could grow this channel and continue to make content like this. So as you're looking at this chart right now, I want you to look at the one above right here. On this bear flag, you could see that it is not as sloping up to the right, and it's not as long. So what a lot of people were saying is that because this has been chopping so long and going higher, that it is invalid. And on the contrary, in order for this to be invalid, if you go back and look at the videos I made in the past, I've been talking about this for months now, since February. You would have to get above 98,000, come down, build support, and then go for this to be invalid, which we clearly did not do. Now, where I'm putting my nuts on the line is I'm actually calling for a bottom. We're actually potentially making a secondary test zone around here, okay? Call it 56,237. I see people calling for 30,000, 25,000, zero. And listen, maybe zero's in the cards if it came out that Epstein was the founder. And I said this yesterday, maybe there's some weird story that I'm not aware of that's legitimate and comes out, and I just don't expect it because you have BlackRock and all these big funds that have now made this product available in the ETF space, in 401ks, in Roths. It's not in their interest. So what we're seeing right now is a measured move. This should not be shocking to anybody unless you haven't been watching this channel. Right now, what we want to see is we want to see a chop down and build support around this level. And if you remember, I was talking about we typically go about 20% lower than the last high. That's why I put this here, okay? 20% roughly lower brings us down to this level. It's no different, okay, than what we did over here. This was a high, 19 and change. This brought us down to 16 and change. Okay? And we went. Look at this dot. No one's talking about this, guys. So if I'm wrong, okay, this thing's coming down and we're in a bear market. And I don't mean a bear market like people are saying. I mean a bear market where you're talking 26, 19, 4th. I don't know. Like this whole thing would collapse and it'd be a shit show. Okay. I don't think we're there, and I'll explain why. Right here on these fib lines, these lines that I have in are where the next ones should pretty much go. This eventually is where you're getting people saying we're going to have a $500,000 Bitcoin or 250, whatever the case is. Great. I don't care. I'm not betting the farm on it. But what I am taking a massive investment in are these levels. Yes, I am hedged and doing things differently than a regular person would do, and that's what I teach on this channel. Is I'm going to start building a position, and I'm going to start selling covered calls, and I'm also going to be selling cash secure puts on this to generate some sort of revenue in the meantime while things kind of level out and I can see where it's going to bottom. The only way I'm going to know where it bottoms 100% is by price action. And then again, you're going to have to see something like this. We get above the 20 and we go, right? Just like we did over here. Get above the 20, build support. So right now I'm watching to see how this is going to go. The reason why I believe, and I'm putting my nuts on the line, that I think we are in the next phase is because of this chart that I showed yesterday. Okay. The market goes up, Bitcoin goes up. The market goes down, Bitcoin goes down. That's how it's been for a very long time. Like you have this drop, like everything's worked out. So if you're wondering, the blue line is the S&P and Bitcoin's the candles. Okay. This is interesting. This descending channel is actually bullish. Yes, you heard that right. It is bullish. We are in a downtrend. When we break out of this descending channel and look to the left, because the left shows you the price of Bitcoin, when we break above this descending channel, maybe it's over here. Maybe we have to drop down to, and here's what's crazy. I know I'm all over the map because I'm wired right now. I think I've had 9 espressos and I'm going like a freight train. So right now, if I go down to here, 55,431 Bitcoin, okay, that puts us at the bottom of this channel. Then we're going to chop, right? What you want to see after is when we chop, you want to see an impulsive move, a thrust out of this channel, come down, build support, and then we go. Because if you look at all of this, and again, this can go. Look how long this one went. And this is why I said, could I be wrong? I'm doing something that nobody is doing right now. I'm saying that we're early. I'm early on this call. Everybody's thinking Bitcoin's going to zero or, getting worn out. And this is typically what happens when the market is close to bottoming, right? And I'm going to go into a little bit more stuff that I just wonder what people are thinking. They had their heads up their keister. We are literally talking right now. The fear and greed index, you don't have a market crash, guys, when it's fearful. That blows my mind. Anybody who's invested for more than 5 years should know that. Anybody who is older that thinks that, shame on you. A market does not plummet in fear. A market plummets during greed. Right now, you could see at the bottom, the sentiment is very fearful. So yeah, you might have capitulation that's pushing everybody out, but I can assure you one thing that I've been talking about and trying to teach you, don't listen to other people. Go do your own homework. Read it, understand it. What makes things move and why? Okay? Don't be a follower. Don't be a sheep. We have too many of those in the world today. That's why we live in a godless world. If you go over here and you look, the volume's been going down. Typically in a bear market, I said this before, price rises, volume rises. Price falls, volume falls. Price falls, volume rises in a bearish market. Remember that. In a bearish market, when the price falls, the volume should therefore rise. price rallies, the volume should fill. If you notice here, as we're going up, the volume was picking up, which means it tells me that the bigger players are accumulating bits and pieces. They're not going to show their hand. They're really good at buying a few hundred shares here, a few hundred shares. Like, have your opinion of Tommy Lee. I was watching and read some of his work. Now I understand what he's talking about because I'm going to jump over to ETH. Okay. I saw this and said for the last few months that we're close to a bottom because I was just looking at the percentages. It doesn't make sense that the ecosystem in crypto is growing. The Clarity Act, you have a president who is pro crypto. You have a Fed chair that is pro crypto and lowering rates. We have where is it if I have it up here? We have the ISM going up. So a market does not crash with this going up. A market means that this is liquidity coming into the market. If it gets above here, I would be like, yeah, we're close to the top, but it's probably going to go back to the 66. We get up here, I mean, things are blow off tops. That's what we've been talking about. There's an 18-year cycle, right? So don't forget that. Don't be fearful. Think on your own feet. Do what you're comfortable with, obviously. But also, look, if I'm watching ETH, and that's the wrong one, like I've had this in, look at this channel, but no one's really talking. I'm going to get rid of these lines for you so that you can just see a little bit more clearly. Guys, this is huge for ETH. If this plays out, my goodness, we're chopping in this. What is that called? Leave the comment below if you're seeing what I'm seeing. This is only a matter of time before we chop to the upside, okay? Maybe we go to 5,000. But here's why I'm telling you this. The day that we break above this 5,286 level, look at that. You're talking, this is why he's saying these numbers that everybody thinks he's crazy. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Yeah, the measured move on this is 25,000 if we break out of this channel. And if you're sitting here saying, well, no, that can't happen. You're crazy. Oh, you're just this and you're that. I hear all this rhetoric from people. Okay, well, look at this run. I think they said that too when it was like 40 cents. Now, does it mean that it has to do as big of a run? No, but I don't know. I do not know. So either we're going to come down and crash to these levels or we're not. Time will tell. Right now we're out of it. It's crossing. It's not the greatest. We could come all the way down here to 1,000. This is what people have been saying. Maybe not. I don't know. It looks like it's breaking out, but I also think with the amount of money and the supply shock and all of that, no, I don't. I don't see it. I could be wrong, right? So that's why I said I'm putting my balls on the line because I'm calling for this to take off. The market is taken off to new highs and ripped. I am expecting Bitcoin and crypto, the whole market, to now reverse and follow and catch up with the overall market. So let's see. I said in the video, a month ago, is the bottom going to happen in March, April, May, or June? I said something along those lines. So let's see. Is it going to be this? Is this the month? A lot of people are saying it's going to be October. I don't know why October. if we're here, but I'm always willing to learn. So leave a comments below if you know why they're saying October, if it's based off of the 4-year cycle. But even with the 4-year cycle, that doesn't make any sense because we should get a blow off top. We should get a massive move that is like, if we close above this line right here, okay, we could come down, get above here, reclaim these areas, and go. If we jump now up to here and we get above and build support, that's how you know that this is going. I'm going to draw this in for you. So remember how I said for this to be invalid, we'd have to break above 95? Well, now, if we come down here, we would have to break above here, get support, and then go. So take a screenshot of that. I should do a cleaner one. I should have a little bit more pride. So you're going to see this happen. Something like that. But we need to get above this level after is my point. So don't hold on to the drawing. The drawing's hideous. The point is we're going to have to get above 86,000 after, build support, make a ceiling here with this area, and the ceiling becomes the floor, and then vamos, we go. Okay? So that's all I have for today. It's a quick video. People are freaking out. Watch the price action. See what's happening. This could be a secondary test, guys. And we could see a nice little run. There's a lot of liquidity. And typically, guess what the institutions want? Guess what they need if they're going to be placing the bets that they have that are huge? They need liquidity. They love liquidity. They can't live without liquidity. Understand that. The money that they're trading, they need liquidity. So they're going to bring prices to where they know liquidity is. Not to take people out and their stop losses and that whole conspiracy. It's they're going to go to levels that they know have the most liquidity for them to build a position. So, like I always say, okay, what do I always say? Stay disciplined, trade with intention, and God bless you. Make it a great day. Arrivederci.